Welcome to Positive Inner Conversation. Today's episode is on Friedrich Nietzsche's book Beyond Good and Evil. So let's dive in. You know that feeling when you're so sure you're on the right path, you're doing the right things, and then bam, someone calls you out for being too ambitious, too driven, too competitive, and suddenly you're questioning it all? Yeah, well, Nietzsche felt that and took it to a whole new level. In his book Beyond Good and Evil, he basically turns the whole idea of right and wrong upside down. And if you thought you knew what it meant to be a good person, buckle up because Nietzsche is here to shake things up. In this video, we break down Nietzsche's big idea and explore what it means to go beyond good and evil. Get ready to question everything you know about morality, challenge your beliefs, and discover what it truly means to be great. Let's get started. Nietzsche starts off with a bang, questioning the very foundation of our moral beliefs. He asks, what if everything you've been told about morality is a lie? What if good and evil are just chains holding you back from true greatness? Buckle up, because today we tearing apart conventional morality with Friedrich Nietzsche's Beyond Good and Evil, and you'll never see right and wrong the same way again. He's got this idea that there are two types of morality, slave morality and master morality. And let me tell you, they're as different as night and day. Now, slave morality is all about humility, selflessness, and obedience. It's what most people cling to. But Nietzsche argues that it was invented by the weak to hold back the strong. Why? Well, think about it. When everyone is focused on being good, obedient, and selfless, the ones who really excel, who break the rules and go above and beyond, who take risks and pursue their own greatness, they end up getting punished. Society might label them as selfish or ruthless, but in reality, they're just operating on a higher level. But here's the thing, slave morality can actually work against you. When you're busy looking over your shoulder, worried about what others think, or trying to stick to a set of rules that someone else made, you're not able to focus on what really matters, becoming the best version of yourself. You see, according to Nietzsche, we all have this hidden drive inside of us, the will to power. And if you're constantly busy being good or obedient, you're basically stifling that drive, squashing it down and preventing yourself from achieving your full potential. Master morality, on the other hand, is all about self-reliance, strength, and individuality. It's for those who aren't afraid to break the rules, who are unafraid to be labeled as selfish or ruthless, because they know that they're on their own path to greatness. They're not looking for approval from others. They're creating their own. These are the innovators, the rule breakers, the ones who push the boundaries and change the world. They might be a little misunderstood, a little feared, but they don't care. They're too busy forging their own path. Here's where Nietzsche really challenges us. He suggests that most of us have been brainwashed into following slave morality. We've been taught to believe that being selfish is bad, that taking risks is foolish, that obeying the rules is the right thing to do. But what if it's all a trap? What if these beliefs are holding us back from achieving our full potential? Now, I know this might sound a bit controversial, maybe even dangerous, but stick with me here. Nietzsche isn't suggesting that we all go out and do whatever we want, trampling over others and causing harm. He's challenging us to wake up, to open our eyes and see that the traditional ideas of good and evil are just constructs, and nothing more than societal rules that don't necessarily align with our true nature, our will to power. He believed that we all have this innate desire to excel, to create, to overcome. And if we allow society's beliefs about good and evil to dictate our actions, we're essentially silencing that part of ourselves. But here's the kicker. Nietzsche argues that we can break free from this mental conditioning. We can choose to follow our will to power, to strive for greatness, to become who we're meant to be. And that's where the concept of the ÜBERMENSCH comes in. The word literally means overman, but it encompasses so much more. The ÜBERMENSCH is the one who rejects conventional morality, who creates their own values, who doesn't live in fear of being labeled selfish or ruthless, because they know that their actions are in line with their will to power, their desire to excel. Now you might be thinking, wait a minute, are you telling me to ditch my morals, my ethics, everything I've been taught about right and wrong? Not at all. Nietzsche isn't suggesting that we throw away our sense of morality. Instead, he's calling on us to examine it, to question it, to see whether it's serving us or holding us back. Here's the thing. Morality, in its traditional sense, was created by the many, for the many. It's a set of rules and guidelines that work for the majority, but might not necessarily apply to you, especially if you're striving for something extraordinary. If you're aiming to be your best self, to push the boundaries of what's possible, think about some of the most successful, influential people in history. The ones who have truly excelled in their fields and left an indelible mark on the world. Were they known for being humble, selfless, and obedient? Or were they driven, ambitious, and unafraid of breaking the rules? People like Elon Musk, Oprah Winfrey, Steve Jobs, they didn't let society's rules dictate their actions. They followed their own path, their own set of values, and they achieved greatness on their own terms. Don't get me wrong, Nietzsche isn't glorifying selfishness or ruthlessness. He's simply pointing out that in order to achieve greatness, to truly excel, you need to be willing to step outside the lines, to challenge the status quo, to forge your own path. But let's be real, doing that comes with its own set of challenges. You'll face criticism, maybe even backlash. People will call you out, question your motives, and try to bring you down. But if you're truly on the right path, if you're following your will to power, you won't let that deter you. In fact, you'll use the negativity as fuel, the doubt and skepticism as motivation to prove them wrong. Here's the thing. If you're not willing to embrace the possibility that you might be wrong, that your beliefs might not be absolute, then you're not open to growth, to learning, to evolving. And that's where the journey to greatness ends before it even begins. I know it can be scary to question everything you've been taught, to challenge your deeply held beliefs. But that's where the adventure lies, in the unknown, in the uncharted territory of your own potential. So, here's my question for you. Are you willing to go beyond good and evil? Are you willing to embrace your will to power, to become your own God? Because that's what Nietzsche was all about. He wasn't afraid to speak truth to power, to challenge conventional thinking, to go where no one had gone before. Let's keep the conversation going. Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let me know what resonates with you from this episode. If this video has sparked your curiosity and ignited your desire to explore further, I've got a challenge for you. Show your support by smashing that like button. It's a simple gesture that means the world to me and helps spread this philosophy to more curious minds like yours. And hey, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and join our growing community of thinkers and dreamers. Together, we can continue to unlock the secrets of personal growth, self-discovery, and philosophical insights.